The City of Wilton Manors, the Wilton Manors Police Department is very excited today, and we welcome everybody here. I want to introduce our new partners here, as well as some law enforcement officials. Next to me to my left, Chief Paul O'Connell. We have Mr. Paul Jaworski, who is the Crime Stoppers President. We have Mr. Ralph Page, who is the Executive Director of Crime Stoppers, and our new friends in the public safety community, Mr. Logan Pearson with Smartwater CSI, the President, and Ms. Brenda Bailey, who is also with Smartwater CSI, and she is their Business Development Director. To introduce this new partnership, I'm going to turn the podium over to Chief Paul O'Connell.
Thank you, Commander. We just want to, we're very excited about our new partnership with the Broward County Crime Stoppers and Smartwater CSI. And this is all about building up a resistance to the problem that we have with burglars and thieves. This new product that Smartwater represents is much like a product that builds the resistance and helps us connect the dots if a burglary occurs. We know that burglars and thieves are much like water. They always seek the path of least resistance. Smartwater represents a form of resistance that helps us at least deter, and if not deter, at least capture the burglars and thieves and recover the property. To explain the concept of Smartwater, I'm going to turn it over to Logan and the Smartwater team. Logan?
Thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. I also like to thank Paul Jaworski. I also like to thank Ralph Page from Crime Stoppers, Broward Crime Stoppers, for the confidence that you have in us. It's a pleasure to be here, and we look forward to assisting the Wilton Manors PD and the Chief in deterring crime here in Wilton Manors. As a matter of fact, I'd like to ask the Chief to join me here for a moment. When we see these signs up in Wilton Manors from now on, Crime Stoppers, thank you again for helping us with this. We're going to have these signs throughout particular neighborhoods in Wilton Manors. And what we're telling thieves is to beware. You come into certain parts of Wilton Manors now, and you see these signs, and you see signs that will say Smartwater being used in particular homes, residential areas, and then business down the line. We're telling you that your chances of being marked, caught, and jailed have been dramatically increased when you come into Wilton Manors. Not good for the criminal business. Best to stay out of Wilton Manors. Thank you, Chief. Smartwater has been around now for 17 years in the UK, very successfully deterring crime. Sometimes as much as 85%. We've been here in South Florida now for over a year, principally in Fort Lauderdale, and have seen crime deterrence figures as in terms of lowering crime as much as 23 to 24%. We're just getting started. The more cities that roll out with Smartwater, such as Wilton Manors, Miramar, other areas here in Broward County, the more of a deterrence that we're going to have. We certainly expect that we're going to be able to help the Chief here and the Miramar PD and the Wilton Manors PD, as well as continue to help FLPD in lowering crime stats, not only in residential areas that we're in, but also in the commercial sector as well. I'd like to have Paul come on up for a couple of moments if we can, and then perhaps later on we'll do a demonstration with our resident criminal for Smartwater. Paul.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Chief. Crime Stoppers has been around for over 30 years here in Broward County, and its mission has been to help solve crimes. But today, with Smartwater, our effort is now to help prevent them in the first place. And the opportunity presented by this new technology is something we couldn't pass by. So we're grateful to Logan for giving us the opportunity to help and share in this pilot project. We hope it will be a success. We expect it to be, and we're grateful for that opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Chief, if you don't mind, I'll do a quick demonstration of Smartwater. Can we have our resident thief come up? There's several ways with Smartwater to be used. What the Crime Stoppers and the Chief have requested is that 300, how many kits are we giving out today? 200 of these kits, what we call the community outreach kits, will be given out to residents, and I believe we're starting Thursday evening Am I correct on that? That Thursday evening in a community outreach program here in Wilton Manors. We're going to be giving out kits like this. This is a 10 milliliter kit of Smartwater. And in these kits, we're going to ask each resident to come and register. You have a registration form that will be given out on Thursday evening. Registration form takes about a minute and a half to fill out. We'll help you with that. And then we'll ask you to take this home, and there's stickers inside this packet. And we'll ask you to put the stickers up at your home. Your home will then be protected by Smartwater and, of course, by the Wilton Manors PD. What this tells the bad guy is that you've marked your products of value in your home. And if the bad guy were to come into your home and take these products, your TV, your rings, they've been marked as being 100% sure your products. And they're marked with a harmless water-based solution called Smartwater. What this is distilled water with a particular amount of rare earth metals in it. In this case, there's 26 rare earth metals. The 26 rare earth metals determine your 1 in a billion signature. So when you get this on Thursday evening, and you get this from the Wilton Manors PD, you have your own 1 in a billion signature that marks your products of value. You mark this on anything. You mark this on your television. You mark this on your rings. If somebody were to be foolish enough to challenge Smartwater and to challenge Wilton Manors PD and take that, then Wilton Manors PD has a much better opportunity to find that product, find who took it, arrest them, and convict them. In fact, in the UK, there's been over 1,200 convictions. 1,200 is the current record with Smartwater in the UK. We have 2 cases right now that are going on trial here in Fort Lauderdale over the next year, and we expect the same results. If someone were to try to take on Smartwater in Wilton Manors, they also have the opportunity to be marked by Smartwater. And I have our resident criminal here in order to show you what may happen. Remember, the first thing that we're doing is deterring crime by having folks mark their products. But there's another way the bad guy can also be marked, and that's with what we call the index spray. We have Gordon here as our resident criminal. Gordon has just been somewhere he shouldn't have been. He may have been in an area 7-Eleven. He may have been in an area, place of business where he's taken something. On the way out, he's sprayed. Gordon feels like he's been sprayed by a light mist of water. He gets back, he tells the chief, and he tells law enforcement here, I wasn't there, I didn't do it. What Gordon doesn't know, and what the bad guys have to know now, and Smartwater is here in Wilton Manors, is you may have been marked by Smartwater. Though Gordon cannot see that, you can see this under a special black light that we supply law enforcement. Gordon has been marked with a chemical, a harmless chemical nonetheless, but a chemical that will stay on his skin now until it either exfoliates or Gordon scrubs so hard that he starts to bleed. This will not come off. It's harmless, but it will not come off. Even if it got in his eyes, it's harmless. But more importantly, he also has this on his clothing. Though it'll stay on his skin now until he exfoliates, it'll stay on the clothing for years. If Gordon doesn't get rid of his clothing, which a lot of folks will get rid of the clothing but not get rid of their shoes, for some reason shoes are awfully expensive, I guess, then we're going to be able to mark you as having been in an area you should not have been in. Even if the criminal were to get rid of his clothing, if all it takes is a speck of Smartwater to be on the criminal for an arrest to take place and to be able to determine that he or she has been in an area they should not have been in. Gordon, thank you very much. And I would say you've been convicted again. These kits will be going out now to 200 residents. We hope that at some point down the line that the entire city can be covered, the entire area of Broward County can be covered. We found that in the UK and as well in the US that the more folks that have this, the safer the communities. I want to thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to the chief.
Thursday night marks the beginning of our partnership with Smartwater and Crime Stoppers with our West Side Association, and we'll continue throughout Wilton Manors to bring the entire community under the watchful eye of Smartwater. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.